Day 66. I woke up feeling a bit slow from the sick day yesterday, but all in all I didn't feel unfit, but I decided to drink little and eat little in order to not overstress my digestive system. And I did eat some fruit and I drank some hot water. And I kept it down, and I was effectively capable of traveling north to San Carlos. By the time I arrived at San Carlos, I actually felt quite fine. So I went for a sturdy lunch and took the ferry towards Toledo. I arrived at San Carlos at around 12-ish, something like that. But in the end, the ferry left at 3:30. The other ferry ride I had a few weeks ago, as in over a week ago, was actually, that went a lot more smoothly than this one. It also states on Google Maps, of course, a ferry departure time that's faulty. So I don't know exactly how many ferries go from San Carlos to Toledo on a daily basis. It's either 2 or 3, I think, but there's no way to know in advance. Because the information on the internet or out there is just wrong, which means that if you do something like that only once, you have to go there and face the music. In this case, I had to hang around the port for 2.5 hours. However, I did meet, which was actually really cool, there was this fellow preaching in the waiting hall in Filipino, in a language I didn't understand. But after he was done preaching, he sat down to me and had a chat with me in English. And it was fascinating. A traditional man, but also quite open-minded and eager to explore the depths of a lot of Bible stories. And I could also be quite honest to him, because a lot of preachers are about the value of faith and the necessity of faith. And as soon as I hear a preach like that, then my mind just zones out. It's just boring, more of the same. Because I'm not a very pious man, but the vast majority of what you might argue to be my faith is based on the quality of the Bible stories. Which means, and I asked this question, why shouldn't we, take the Bible stories themselves and put them under a magnifying glass during a preach, instead of preaching about faith, preaching out faith? That's just boring. And well, he laughed about that. It was a very nice man, open-minded, open-hearted, curious, eager to practice his skills in talking in English. He made the waiting a fun afternoon. And in the end, I got the ferry over here to Toledo. It's nice to be back in Toledo, familiar town, know my way around. The simple room I normally rent at this hotel wasn't available, so I got myself a fairly luxurious room. But, well, the only thing I truly value that I have now and didn't have before is a hot shower. But it's just nice to be here. And we'll see what tomorrow brings.